Hello, hello, hello. ¿Cómo estás? To everybody that's here, I appreciate the two people that were waiting patiently to come on to this live. If you are catching this video after the fact, meaning after the live and the recording, I appreciate you. My name is SonjaMarie, and I'm here to deliver just a Freestyle Friday kind of astrological slash spiritual slash intuitive conversation, one-way conversation. However, I do encourage the village. That's you, those that slid on in here. I do encourage those that are sliding in to talk among yourselves and to share any information that you want to share today. As I wait for people to come on in, let me make a few quick announcements. Per usual, if you'd like to donate to the channel, please do so by going to the description box below via Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Also, if you want to book a reading, come on and do that thing. Today, I will give away a couple of free samples, or I should say sample readings, so to speak, to a couple of people that furnish their rising, their sun, and their moon signs. If you want to do a couples read, hit me up. I appreciate that thing. I love doing readings, although sister's slowing down a little bit. So if you are hell-bent on getting a reading from me, you might want to catch me within the next year or so, because I don't know, y'all. Sisters, I'm just an artist, healing artist, person, Renaissance lady like that. I like to switch it up and keep it moving. When I feel like it's time to change, it's time to change. And I don't know when that time is, but it's creeping up on a sister. You know, I'll be 53 years young, July 7th, and I'm happy about it. But I do understand that there are cycles in life, just to over-explain my point. And I do my best to administer to that, like to really pay attention to that, to give voice to that, to give energy to that, to give reverence and respect to the cycles of life. Sometimes, you know, it's not meant for you to do things for 29,000 years. Sometimes it's not meant for you to work at the same place for 16 years. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. You dig? So catch me while you can, catch me while you can. Happy Friday to you. Again, this is a freestyle situation. As I wait for people to come on in, if this resonates with you, hit that like button to manipulate on some kind of way the algorithm here on YouTube, and my face can show up to people and they can get this information that will possibly maybe hit somewhere in their soul. I truly don't have too much to talk about today, so this may be a quick one. However, I was told today in the shower to talk about expectations, high expectations. And I want to pull a page out of my own book and share my story and talk about expectations as it pertains to astrology, as it may pertain to you. And I encourage you to ask any questions, anything that's on your heart, your mind, your soul, as long as it's a question, honestly, and I've said this before, that can feed the entire group. I like questions like that. Otherwise, it becomes too single focused and we spend time on one person and their particular chart and how they need to roll. And sometimes that's a little selfish, you know, especially when we're in a group forum like this. If you want a reading, you know, just book a reading with your girl. Save your coins or drop your coins. I mean, I don't want to allude to the fact that nobody got money. You know what I mean? Drop the coins and make it happen for you. Why? Because we're on this planet to get better. And if you are listening to my voice, something about me and something about whatever comes through me assist in some kind of way. So invest in yourself. Enough of that. Let me say hello to everybody. What's up, Giselle? First up, Katrina is here, and Berville. Oh, shit. How do you pronounce your name, sweetie pie? Miss Dawson. Let's say that. Miss Lady J, 21 JNCI. Your name is Jessica. I picked that up last time, right? Am I right? Jay Walker is here. What up, sweet tea? D's Delectable. Angela Hill. What up with you? And Alicia is here. I'm so glad y'all came on through. Today is a good day. Today is a better day. Today is a day in which we rejoice in it every moment when we wake up. Every moment when we wake up, every day when we wake up. I hope you say thank you. I really do. I really, 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 really do, because you never know. Spirit could have took you in the middle of the night. You never know. It could have been a hard day yesterday and you just don't want to get up. You never, never, ever, ever know. So gratitude is always welcomed. You dig? What's up, Angelique, the artist? I'm happy you are here, and happy Friday to you. Let's talk about high expectations real quick as I start this broadcast off. And again, please share any information, any thoughts, and if you have a question, please put the question mark in front of the sentence as well as behind. You know how they do in Espanol. Please do that. I'd appreciate it so a girl can see it. The question, that is. All right. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate all the love in the world. Trust me. Whatever vibrations, good vibrations, only good vibrations, okay? Please, only good vibrations. And those that want to be weird and send some other shit, I'm sending everything right back to you, but with love. But with love, but with love, but with love, because I don't deal with that other thing. You know what I mean? So right back to you, but with love. All right. All right, all right, all right. Let's talk about these high expectations. So I don't know if y'all know. Um, First and foremost, oh, thank you, Spirit, for letting me parlay that into a general perspective. I don't know if y'all know that I have a lot of Leo in me, right? Leo allows me to perform via music, via acting, via even coming up on here. Like there's a certain type of performance you have to have, and performance should not be Sonia, get your words together. Performance should not be misunderstood as ta-da or something fake or something bright and out of the way. Performance is literally showing up, in my opinion, especially the way Leos do it, or Leo energy, right? Performance is basically showing up and giving the best that it has in that moment with courage and with will and with an openness, right? Like the sun. The sun is the ruler of Leo. So it says, when I show up, I'm just going to show up. I'm going to show out. I'm going to perform. I'm going to let you know what I got. Good, bad, and indifferent. That's Leo energy. You dig what I mean? I want to talk about that in a sense because let me check my whatchamacallit here, because I believe that Mars is in Leo, if I'm not mistaken. Mars is in Leo, and also Venus is in Leo. Correct? Somebody on here, if y'all think different, y'all let me know. Oftentimes in my notes, I just put symbols and I don't put the sign attached to the planet symbols. So sometimes I forget like what planet is in what. And then I have to look. Yeah, Venus and Leo. Venus is in Leo and Mars is in Leo. So that means transitly speaking. So that means what I'm about to speak about in regards to Leo energy and what I just said, but going further deep with the expectations, because Leo energy has high expectations. We are all feeling that on some kind of level. Those that have Leo in them is probably like myself, is probably being activated more with these high expectations. But let me break it down real quick. Venus in Leo has to do with desire, and Mars in Leo has to do with execution. I teach this in the Village Hut if y'all want to, and it's probably going to be the last Village Hut, the one that I do in September. But I teach them a whole bunch of shit. So if you want to sign up, come on through. But one of the things is how my mentor used to teach me, Mama Nita, says that Venus and Mars is an interesting relationship. You know, they're very close in the sky or in the galaxy, right? And Venus has to do with dedication. Venus has to do with passion, more so than dedication. Venus has to do with passion, with beauty, with money, with love, with desire. Let's stay with that. Desire, right? Mars has to do with sex, with anger, confrontation, execution, movement, right? Motivation. Let's stay with that. So we have desire in Leo and motivation in Leo, which means right now in the sky, transitly speaking, which means we are all feeling this thing. We all feeling it, regardless of your sun sign. Y'all get that, right? Yes, yes, y'all. To the beach, y'all. Happy Juneteenth weekend to you, sweetie pie. And thank you for mentioning that. I appreciate that. So you got Venus and Mars coming together, right? On the same vibration, So when they conjunct on some kind of level, they're a true conjunction when they're closer together in degrees. But when they conjunct and they're riding in the same vibration, that means the desire is always going to match up with the execution. The execution is always going to say, you got this, to the desire. Am I doing this right? To the desire. Thank you for the 15 likes. I appreciate y'all. If this resonates with you, please go to the Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo situation in the description box below. So when these two situations get together, the desire and the execution, I say Venus is like the chick and Mars is like the dude. Venus is that feminine energy. Mars is that masculine energy. Venus says, honey, I want ba 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 ba. And Mars says, all right, baby, let's go get that shit. And goes and executes and moves and makes that thing happen, right? Again, when they're in the same vibration, being Leo, they are in agreement, which can oftentimes, let's say it like this, put blinders on to anything else that wants to come in there to teach you that, oh, maybe you're doing a little too much or not enough, or another perspective. When Venus and Mars are riding in the same situation, the same vibration, there's very little room for any other energy to come in to change their mind. Do y'all get that? Yes, yes, y'all. Did I lose anybody? You know, I like to freestyle and teach every now and again because the teacher in me will never, ever really die. Really, 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 will never go away. Even if I stop doing readings tomorrow, I'll talk to somebody in Trader Joe's about astrology 10 years from now. And did you know? Because that's just who I am. That makes sense, Tiffany and Dee's Delectable and Angelique the artist. Good, great. Okay. So we have these two vibrations going on, and let's take one description of Leo in which I want to expound on expectations. Leo has a lot of expectations. Now, bust it. In its defense, like I've always say, if Leo is ruled by the sun and the sun says, bitch, I'm shining every day. I'm putting out all these solar flares. I'm doing the thing that I need to be doing. I'm giving light to the planet and to the galaxy. I'm giving nourishment to the plants. I'm making y'all your melanin pop and activating your enzymes in your body to keep you alive. Y'all know where I'm going, right? So the sun is a ruler of Leo, which is in Venus and Mars right now, right? And it says, yo, activation, let's make this thing happen. As a matter of fact, if I'm shining, I expect you to shine too. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. That's where it gets tripped up. Because the 11 other vibrations, the 11 other signs, the 11 other zodiac constellations in the sky, like, wait, hold on. You expect me to do what you do? First of all, mother, I'm not ruled by the sun. And second of all, I don't even care to do what you do. And third of all, when you out there performing, I'd rather be in the back seat of a car smoking a joint. I'd rather be in the audience cheering you on. I'd rather be the stage manager. I'd rather have any other role than shining. Are y'all with me? Y'all with me? Yes, yes, y'all? As a matter of fact, let me pause and say this as a commercial to anyone that may be thinking this. I feel really good today, and I'm grateful to be alive. And I want to say that I thank you to all the beautiful, beautiful people that send me emails, texts, messages, that felt me in my previous two broadcasts and sent me light, has sent my client who has left the planet light, has sent everything around me light, light, light. This is what I know. I know, and I'm coming back. This is just a commercial, y'all, a little squirrel, right? I do know, and you should too, that when you are riding with spirit and you are riding for something definite, you always have at least one or two people, and the role switches, because I'm this way for everybody, for certain people too. But there's always one or two people, almost like a council, right, that surrounds you. If they are not physically in your space, they send you light, they send you love. These weird ass social media platforms want to say followers and friends and blah, 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 blah. But I think it's deeper than that, especially for a good handful of y'all in which we come together. It's deeper than just, oh, let me pop over and see what Sonja's doing. Let me get a word and share that word. Sometimes we become interesting, intrinsic, innate family members. So I feel that. I absolutely feel that. I feel the protection. I feel the love. I feel your gratitude. I feel your prayers. I feel your light. And I had to take this moment to just say that because it doesn't go unnoticed, to be truthful with you, and it keeps a girl moving. To be truthful, it keeps me really moving. Otherwise, the Cancer in me could be like, all right, and scene. I'm out of here. I'm gone. I'm not talking to nobody, but I feel your love. So thank you. Okay. High expectations. Going back to one. Squirrel. So the bottom line is this. If we have these high expectations and want everybody to shine, and I'm including us all, again, because currently, just to bring us back to speed, Venus and Mars is in Leo. So we're feeling it. And there's something about you that desires, something about me that desires for people to do their best, for people to do better than their best. There's something about the vibration in the air that says, I desire you to show up. I desire you to look your best. And if you don't, a couple of different reactions can happen. I can like just not be your friend and be like, fuck you because I'm fabulous right now, which is cute, but it's ego. Or you can push people, like literally push people and say, come on, and be their cheerleader. But it's kind of like too much. Because again, do they want to be pushed? They want to be the stage manager. They don't want to perform. You're following me? All right. So there's all kinds of reactions in which people can give you if you have a desire for these high expectations that people in society and your family and your children and your parents and your friends should do, the operative word, what it is you want them to do because you expect it. That's the desire that I expect everybody to be shining right now and get up on their good game and have their best life. First of all, squirrel, what the fuck is that? I said this before, maybe once, but I can't get down with that best life term. You know why? And I'm gonna break it down, and I'm rambling, y'all, but rock with me because I haven't talked like this in a couple of days. Sonja, right? Let me tell you why. Because what is your fucking best life? Your best life and my best life are two different types of best lives. And everybody else that's on here. Y'all get what I'm saying? So for you to put the title best life on somebody automatically says, I'm looking at a picture, a video, a meme. I'm listening to some music. I'm listening to the perception of this person's best life. So automatically the brain says, I got to have what that person has in order to have a best life. Maybe that's not how you interpret it. I'm just saying, speaking my point of view, it's my channel. The bottom line is, though, that best life situation is not always the best. We have down times. We have moments in which we need to cry through some confusing ass moments, through some times. You understand what I mean? That are out of our control. Is that part of our best life? If you ask me, I say yes. But if you ask the internet, the World Wide Web, and people that's on it, maybe not. Because them motherfuckers are in Croatia or they're sitting up in goddamn St. Lucia having their best life with a fucking mocktail, whatever they're doing. That's considered their best life. My best life is growing. My best life is living through the sadness, through the pain, through the good times, through the abundant times, through the happy times, through the goofy times, through the intellectual times, through the performance times, through the quiet times, the silent times. That's a best life for me. However, back to one, high expectations. Leo's style is actually, I'm going to say that's Leo's moniker. Live your best life. Get out there. I expect you to do all that thing. That's a trick bag, because once you start expecting people to do that thing, not only do you set yourself up for disappointment, right? You start to, how can I put that visually, God? It starts to eat you out. And what I mean by that is like, you start to feel, and on some level, rock with me, y'all. And if you have a question, just ask me, right? You start to feel like, if I expect you to do X, Y, and Z, and you don't, then you need to be removed from my life, because the expectation You're not meeting my expectation, which sometimes could be true, especially when they put negativity on you. But how about the person that, again, that just wants to be the stage manager? How about the person that just doesn't want to do what it is that you think? Leo, energy, expectations, Venus and Leo, Mars and Leo. What you think what should be desired and executed in this time. Or if you're a person that have Leo natally, like myself, what you think people should do. Again, this is a lesson that I've been chewing on for the last couple of days, y'all, and it hurt. It really, really hurts to see myself outside of myself. I'm just sharing. This is what I do. I'm not going to tell you shit that I don't go through or that I don't know to be true because I see it on other people or see it within my clients. I speak what I know. What I don't know, I don't talk about. You understand what I mean? So the bottom line, it hurts. It hurts because what you start to do is to look at people as disappointments, and you start to back yourself up in a corner. And everybody in your crew can't shine like you. Everybody in your crew can't shine like you. So when we know so, it goes even deeper. If we don't know that, then it goes back to a very hurtful place. This is where it went for me, to think that, okay, who in my life, what happened in my life where I felt that my expectations for myself wasn't being met? This is when it starts to hurt. Because it's not up to you, Trina, Angelique the artist, Maya, L Bell. What up, cutie pie? It's not up for you, Jennifer Bliss. It's not up for any of y'all on here to give me what it is that I need for myself. Does that make sense? Because the expectation is that I need for you to shine so we can all be bright in this situation, so we can all be big in this situation, so I don't look the biggest. Did I just tell on me? Did I tell on you? Because I don't want to be left out looking the biggest. Because if I get left out looking the biggest, then I'm the target. And if I'm the target, then I'm going to be made fun of. And if I'm made fun of, my sensitivities are going to be broken. They're going to be exposed. I'm going to get mad. I'm going to get pissed off. I'm going to be alone. Are y'all hearing where I'm going? Or y'all hear where I'm at? Add to it if you want. Add to it if you want. Yo, expectations are a trick bag, cuz. They are true trick bag. So you start thinking, what if I'm not giving myself? What am I expecting people to shine through to be, to fill a space in which I'm not filling for me? And how about this? If they can't do it, am I okay doing it myself? And if I'm not, then I need to find people that are shining in a different way, or I just need to be all right with being me instead of forcing the situation, the expectation on other folks. I said what I said. That's all I'm going to say. Otherwise, I'm going to beat the goddamn cow. And I don't want to beat the cow today. I really, really don't. I don't want to beat the cow. But I wanted to get that point out again, because that spirit said, loop it back around. Venus and Mars is in Leo right now. So a lot of us are responding to that desire and that push for everybody to be on. We don't have to be, including ourselves, goddamn. Including ourselves, right? We don't have to be. What we need to do, what's required of us, is to wake up every morning and be our best self in that moment. Not like anybody's expectations, or at this point, or at any point, not even about our own expectations. Because someday, I'm going to be honest with you, y'all, and I'm sure put a yes, y'all, if y'all fucking hear me. But some days, I don't want to get out the goddamn bed. Like, for real. And I don't. I got 99.9 things to do. But I lay right in that bed because my body says, bitch, we did enough. We did enough. Your expectations in your brain to write another book, to get on this show, to do another broadcast, to talk to another person who needs your heart, your love, your energy, your solace, all of this shit, we can't do right now. We got to lay out. Try not to put that expectation on you or anybody else, okay? Acceptance is key. It's a hard one for me. And I'll be very honest with you, because there's a fine line between expectations and absolute encouragement. Y'all get that? Am I encouraging you or am I expecting you? Listen to that. Even if you're a parent, really listen to that, right? Because a parent expects oftentimes, but they do want to be an encourager too. Where's the line, cuz? Where's the line? I'm just saying. Okay, that's it, because I don't want to beat it up. I don't want to beat it up today. I don't want to beat it up. I want to be happy and free in this moment. Don't know where that fucking melody came from. Y'all want to read real quick? Put up your sun, your moon, and your rise. I appreciate you being here, and I hope this information assisted somebody. I told on you, L Bell. Oh, Trina, she said, well, that hurts. Listen, then Bliss, all the fucking Leos stepping up like, well, I mean, damn. Listen, that's the only way we can get through this thing. We got to tell on ourselves. We have to grow. We have to accept it. Too many people want to be Hollywood nowadays and pretend, they got fantastic outfits on and shit and looking cute and makeup on top of makeup on top of makeup. There's a lyric in one of my songs, and I don't know the complete thing, but it just hit me in my head how they apply eyelashes for flight. They, Hollywood, the theys, apply eyelashes for flight. You get that, poetically speaking? Like oftentimes when we want to fly, we got to put appendages on. We got to put things on us to make us look like we're flying, to make us catch wind. When absolutely we don't need fucking eyelashes. We don't need the makeup. We don't need, it looks cute. I'm not judging it. I'm not judging it. I'm just going with the poetic stance, right? We don't need all these extra things to really, really fly and accept our own flight system, our own wings, our own gifts and blessings and assignment here on this planet. I'm just saying. All right, if y'all want to read, please somebody put up their sun, their moon, and their rising. I'll be happy to connect and see what it is. If I don't see anyone, then I'm just going to read the card and I'm going to get up out of here. Not unless y'all have questions, if y'all want to say something, you know what I mean? Again, this is Freestyle Fridays. There's no real agenda other than what Spirit tells us all to do, right? Right, life dance. Yes, the lighter weight is the way to go. I'm trying to tell ya. Nelson, Libra, Sag. So what is that? I mean, what's Libra, Sag? Libra rise, Libra moon. Come on, you know better than that, Nelson. Don't play with me. Maya, here she come with the questions, y'all. Maya be having, I need a bell for Maya. Ding, 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 ding. The Maya questions. Where's the line to let someone go romantically and platonically because they can't love you the way you need to be loved? Girl. Now, God, I love you. I don't even know you, chick, and I love you. These questions, your questions always have me probe a little deeper and go places that I really don't want to go because initially anyway, because I don't want to really be the preacher. But I've been meditating on that, Maya. And you know what Spirit keeps saying? Communicate with motherfuckers. Here's the deal. The communication is real. Example, if I step to you, Maya, and I say, I don't like the way you do such and such and such and such, in a nice way, right? In a communicative way, not in a finger pointing, trying to blow up the spot kind of way. We don't want to make people defensive when we speak our truth. Y'all get that, right? There's a way to communicate to people's hearts to say, when you say that, this is the way I feel. Okay? Because it's not always on them. But I'm going to tell you what you say could be said differently so I can get it. So Maya, you come to me and you go, Sonja, or I say to you, Maya, I don't like when you say such and such because it makes me feel a particular way. Communication, right? If you loved me, If you really, really, really love me, and I hope this answers your question because I'm kind of squirreling out, I think. But bring me back after this, after I make my point. If you love me, you'll try. If you love me, that's the difference between the romance and the platonic. Because if you love me and you want to be romantic, or maybe you and I are not a good example for that. But if you love me and you respect me and you're concerned about me, right? And you're concerned about the way that I feel, check yourself. Check yourself. Instead of being defensive, maybe when I do talk to Sonja, I am a little fast. I don't look her in the eyes. I don't save space for her. Maybe when she's upset, and I know she likes pizza, at least I can come over the house with a pizza, right? At least I can assist in a way in which I can try. I can figure it out and I can try, right? That's the thing, is the try. So if dude is being, I know I'm going in and out of the example, but just rock with me, y'all. If dude wants to stay romantic with you, he'll try. Or chick, whoever wants to stay romantic with you, they'll try. They'll take their heart out of it and go, there's some days I can do better with that. I'm gonna work on that. Give them a moment. And a moment can be a week, it could be a year, depending on how challenging the assignment is. Make sense? However, if them motherfuckers don't try, if they're looking at you like, bitch, this is just who I am. This is just what I got. And maybe it's not with a bitch. It's just like for real, I can't do that because I'm a stage manager. Expectations. I'm not shining. I'm a stage manager and this is all I got. My capacity is right here where you want me to be right here. This is all I got. Then it's up to you, boo-boo. Then it's up to you. Then you got to say, okay, am I going to rock with motherfucker when they giving me this much? Or can I just peacefully bow out and say I deserve more? With love, though. With love. It'll never, ever, ever have to be a blow up. Human beings make that shit a blow up. Our emotions make that shit a blow up. Our trauma makes that shit a blow up. We feel defensive to make that a blow up. You understand what I'm saying? It don't have to be a blow up. People's feelings the way they feel because they feel it. Sometimes they got shit to do with you. Most of the time. Does this make sense? Maya, did I answer your question, baby? Is that good, Angela? The thing about, I'm trying to think and talk and read at the same time. Optimistic medicine. Communication, working on this, speaking my truth, and then speaking it in a way that can be heard by others without coming from aggression and hurt. That's the key, cousin. That's the key. That's the key. And it's practice. It's not something that you can pop a pill like a fucking Advil and all of us. Ooh, that's a rhyme. You can pop a pill like an Advil and all of a sudden you feel good like you. Anyway, right? It's not a pill. It's not a pill. It's going to take a little time because there are going to be some days where you be like, and you counting the 99 in your head. Fuck a 10. You counting the 99. Let me just count until my blood pressure go down because I'm about to react. And sometimes people react because your toe hurt. Sometimes people react because you just got your cycle. Sometimes people react because you're premenopausal. Sometimes people react because your friend just passed away. Sometimes people react because your neighbor is a mess. Sometimes people react because your puppy won't hug you all day. I'm just looking around thinking of excuses and reasons. They're excuses, but they are reasons too that make a human being feel a particular way, which that feel can be a fucking reaction to what it is you're trying to say. Be patient with folks and be patient with yourself. And if it's a conversation that you cannot have because you feel that bubble coming on up, just wait and communicate that. How about that? I really want to talk to you about this thing. People appreciate that. I really want to talk to you about this thing, but can you give me 2 days? He put his music on. You hear that? He heard me talking about him. Can you give me 2 days? Can you just give me 2 days to do what I need to do and figure something out, process the situation? Then I'll come back to you. Like for real. Sometimes not sometimes, a lot of times that works, you know? What y'all think? Yes, yes? Absolutely. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. I did this recently and let them go because I didn't want to convince them to do something that they just said they couldn't do. Good for you, Maya. Okay, let's go back to the read. Nelson said, here we go. Libra sun, Libra moon, and Libra rise. I appreciate you distinguishing that. And Miss Dawson, you up next. So this Libra sun, this Libra moon, I love Libra energy. To be truthful with you, I always say that. And I always started off with that because I want y'all to know that every vibration, every little bit of energy that comes at you from these zodiac constellations are necessary, right? And we should love them all for whatever it is they got. That's the acceptance piece. You dig? Accept it as opposed to the expectation, right? So Libra moon and Libra sun means who you are and how you react is on the same accord. Always the median, always the one to keep the peace. Always the one to keep the peace. That one in the family, Nelson, who goes, I got an idea, in which everybody is involved, right? I don't like when he puts his music on because it's like some rock kind of situation and it distracts the vibration. So I'm going to ask y'all to put a little protective barrier around me so I can get through this thing. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. That Libra energy too, always remember, is about partnerships, and Libra energy has to get this, I don't want to say right, but understood within yourself, is that partnership thing can borderline dependency oftentimes, Nelson, where you feel like you need a chick or you need a dude or you need a partner or you need a business partner. You need somebody to motivate you. You need somebody to bounce information off of. And that's the latter is the best situation, that to bounce information off of somebody and come up with your own idea. But when the line starts to get blurred and you start to be dependent on what it is they think and say and do and feel, and that's the only way you can exist, that's when it becomes a little hairy. The Sagittarius rise on you, he is definitely a sextile, right, to Libra energy, right? Gets along with, it's harmonious, and that Sagittarius rise allows you to show up with adventure, allows you to show up like a teacher, like a student, always exploring for who, you, and your partner. You get that? It's very, very difficult on some level for you to go out and explore and to do things by yourself. Not to say you wouldn't, but it's difficult to do because you like to have somebody on your side. Remember that Sagittarius energy too is incredibly dismissive. Very, 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 very dismissive. And Sagittarius has to be sort of careful of that on some level because it can kind of look on this rise. And I'm only saying that to you, Nelson, because when it's on the rise and when it's in your moon and your sun and other placements in your chart, the rise is what comes up when you're afraid. So when you're afraid, honey bun, you find a way to dismiss what's actually going on. Oh, everything will be fine. Oh, it'll be okay. Let's just get to happy. Oh, you'll figure it out. Oh, I don't want to go there right now. Oh, let's talk about it later. That kind of dismissive kind of feel when going back to what we just talked about, the expectation and or more importantly, people's feelings, you can push people's feelings off oftentimes because the Sag is like, I ain't got time. I ain't got time to get down deep into your feelings about a situation. I'm off exploring. I'm trying to find the new. You dig? But you say that and respond in that way out of fear of actually holding space for people. Because remember that Sag is on the rise. Does that make sense? I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna push it to Beverly. Oh shucks, Beverly. It is Beverly. Sonia, what the hell is your problem? I was reading your name like it's goddamn. So we go into Costa Rica, and I'm trying to get on. I've been on Duolingo for the last couple of years, learning Spanish. So every time I look at words, sometimes I can switch in my brain. Oftentimes, the pronunciation of words like it's pronounced in Spanish, but it's really not, or some other kind of language, my made-up language. How about that? So Beverly, good God, Sonia Dawson is a Capricorn Capricorn sun, I'm going to take that as Capricorn sun because you said Capricorn sign. Capricorn sun, Gemini rising, and a Virgo moon. And look at that. Capricorn sun, Gemini rising, and a Virgo moon. Now, here's the thing. I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate, not to say that it matters, but that Gemini, even though Gemini rise and the Capricorn sun is a quincux, it's an irritation. So there's something in your personality that irritates you. And when I say that, because remember, we are our sun. We are our sun all the time. That's just who you are. And Capricorn, Capricorn is about his business. It's about his work. It wants to get there. It wants to be ambitious. It wants to be responsible. It's serious. You understand what I'm saying? Gemini, on the other hand, is everything but what I just said. So it's an irritation when Gemini rise comes up, when it gets afraid, when it's attracting people and what's putting out that rising vibration, when it wants to be flirty and fun loving and sociable. It helps on some level, but because there's a way in which you can be in both places at the same time, serious and ambitious about your work and also be flirty. But there's a part of you within you that gets sick of that. Like there's an irritation that goes, come on now, we got to get serious. This Gemini is going out there attracting everybody and being fun and getting the information and being lighthearted when this shit is actually serious and to a particular point in which I have to move forward. I got to do this thing. Hey, let it work for you as opposed to being irritated by you is what I want to say. And then on top of that, Virgo is a square to Gemini. Beverly. Virgo is a square to Gemini. So both your Capricorn is irritated, and then your moon in Virgo is definitely irritated because it's a square about the joyousness in you, right? By that Gemini shit on your rise, right? Why is Virgo and Gemini such a square? Because basically they are in the sky. It's based on degrees. But vibrationally, that Gemini is out there obtaining the information, whereas Virgo wants to utilize the information. And oftentimes that Gemini doesn't allow the information to stick. You know, it's like just throwing spaghetti on the fucking walls. Where your Virgo moon, your emotional attachment to information is like, no. What are you doing throwing spaghetti on the wall? We could use that. Save that for later. Put that in the closet. Spaghetti in the closet. That's funny, right? The bottom line is like your emotional response to the way your Gemini can haphazardly take information and situations and switch and pivot on a dime and be flirty and all of that shit at the same time irritates you. Back to expectations and back to accepting who the fuck you are, Beverly. Yo, it's you. It's you, cuz. And how about this? We choose our charts. We do. We choose our personality. We choose our charts. We say to ourselves, this is how I'm going to come in and navigate this space this time around. So if I need to be a little contrary in one situation and the other, let me use it. Let me use it. And you have to literally, I say this to clients almost always. If I forget, it's just because it doesn't pertain to the reading. But when I'm in a reading, I say, yo, treat yourself like schizophrenia out this bitch, or at the very least like a puppeteer. Your sun sign is who you are. We know that to be true. Your rising, your moon, your Mercury, your Venus, your Saturn are all appendages. The sun has to puppeteer the appendages to do what it is it needs to do for your life, for your incarnation, for your relationships with others. Does that make sense? Y'all may not be able to hear it, but I can. And God bless his heart. But I think that's all I have for y'all today. Not unless I come across a question that's really, really pertinent. And if you have one, please put it up now. Now is the time. Now is the time. I'm just scanning through this thing real quick to make sure that I didn't miss anything, especially any Maya questions. What y'all think? Anything else to say? Any questions out there? What is today? Friday. Yeah, that's why I'm talking so much. The moon and Mercury is in conjunction. That's a beautiful thing. Express your mind today, y'all. Get it off your mind and be nice about it. Be nice about it. You're welcome, Miss Beverly Lab, the Livy Lura, Billy, Sonia. You're welcome, Beverly. If your sun is at 4 degrees and your rising at 29, which one rules? I don't understand that question. Are they in the same sign? Life dance? And there's no ruling. Uh, that's a weird. I mean, not a weird question, but um, it's not complete because I don't know what sign your sun and your rising is in, and how it pertains to the rest of your chart. Know this though, by a rule. All right. Whenever you, especially you have the sun, personal planets like the sun and Mercury and Venus and Mars, especially when they're in low degrees, that means it's a new vibration, almost like a juvenile vibration. When they're in the higher degrees, like 25 through 30, that means you probably did that before. And this is the last lesson of that incarnation. You dig? Aries sun 4 degrees and your rising is at Pisces at 29 degrees. Is that right? So again, that's a personal question in which I love for these questions to be a little bit more general, right? However, some never, in regards to that, it makes no difference. It really, really makes no difference. You're just an early ass baby, Aries, to be truthful with you, with a rising that's trying to protect you like an old lady. That's all. All right, y'all. No questions for you today, Miss Angelique, the artist. Well, let's pick up this card real quick and see what Spirit has to say. Great Mother, Father God. Those and everybody here on this broadcast today. Any irritation that's happening right now to see exactly what it is that we need to say. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this time. Amen. Perfection. Moment to moment, y'all. Ooh, I need this. Be in the moment. This is underrated. This message, this, what I'm about to read for us all and for this weekend, is so underrated and incredibly difficult to do. It's very hard to stay in the moment, y'all. Try it. Try in this moment in time. I'm going to try, not listening to dude, not worried about my friend is about to come, not worried about what Mystic needs. But if you try it in this moment to be present in this moment, isn't it difficult? And this moment is the moment that matters. We're live and it's probably a delay, but pick the moment. Stay there. Don't worry about what you just ate. Even though you just passed gas and you're thinking, oh, I just passed gas because I had a piece of pizza. Blah, blah, blah. Don't let you, right here, right here. Stay right here. It's very, 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 very difficult. Okay? Really, really, really difficult to do. But when we do it, the pristine moment that we stand on is filled with so much emotion of what it is that, let me say it better this, like this. When we stand in that moment, we're able to exhaust every little piece of emotion, understanding, and truth within that second. It's not lingering. You dig? It's not encouraging the next movement. It's not lamenting what just happened. It's really being present and being celebratory for just being right here, right here, right here. You got that? As this figure moves across the stones, he steps lightly and non seriously, and at the same time, absolutely balanced and alert. Behind the swirling, ever changing waters, we can see the shapes of buildings. There appears to be a city in the background. The man is in the marketplace, but at the same time, outside of it. maintaining his balance and able to watch it from above. This card challenges us to move away from our preoccupations with other spaces and other times and stay alert to what is happening in the here and now. Life is a great ocean in which we can play. Where's the thing at? If you drop all your judgments, your preferences, and the attachment to the details of your long term plans. Be available to what comes your way as it comes. And don't worry if you stumble or fall. Just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, have a good laugh, and carry the fuck on. Ashe, amen, aho. That's for you. That's for me. That's for my neighbor. That's for Misty. That's for my mama. That's for everybody. That's for us all. To be right in the moment. There was a quote that I read back in the day, and I may have said it before, but it has everything to do with the card that I just read. Be in the world, but not of it. Be in the world, but not of it. Not of the world. Not allowing it to attach its things on you. Not probing you to move faster, to go slower. You understand what I'm saying? Be in the world, but don't let the world run you. Take your moments as you walk, as you step. You did? And be the best that you can be, void of any expectations or any demands, because everybody is doing the best that they fucking can. Trust and believe that. I see you, and I love you, and I thank y'all for showing up. All right? You want to drop a donation, hit up my Venmo, PayPal, Cash app, or just share this video. Tell somebody about me. You dig what I mean? And about the information that comes through, more importantly. All right? Take care. Have an awesome weekend, okay? And again, thank you for your love. See you soon.